This video is going to go over for loop practice method sum even numbers. You'll notice that the for loop version of sum even numbers is slightly different than the while loop version. In this one, instead of displaying the sum of the even numbers, we want to return the sum of the even numbers. So the biggest difference is we will not be having a print line statement in this method. Instead, we will have a return statement. All right, remember, if I'm trying to find a total of anything, if I want to keep track of how many or what the sum is, I have to introduce a variable. And if I'm finding the sum, I'm going to call the sum sum. All right, you can call it total, you can call it whatever. That makes sense to it. All right, so for my for loop, I'm going to start at my start. Again, I like creating another variable. That way my initial value of start is intact. It's not been modified. And my numbers are going to be less than or equal to end because I'm counting up. All of my numbers are going to be smaller than or equal to it. And again, I'm going to count up by 1 because I don't know if I'm starting at an even or odd number. Is there a way around that before my loop? Yes, this is just me showing you one version of it. Now, if I'm counting 1 by 1, I have to check to see if my number is even or not. If it is, I'm going to add it to my sum. And then you'll notice after my loop, I'm not going to print the sum, I'm going to return the sum. So whatever my sum is going to get returned. All right, so I need a counter. It's a good habit to start using a different variable and not the variable that was passed to you as a parameter, so that way it stays intact in case down the line, if you made changes to your program and you wanted to be able to do more with start later on, you haven't messed it up. All right, so it starts at its 0. I'm creating a variable that starts out at our initial value. It's going to be smaller than or equal to end. Because I don't know if it's even or odd, I'm going to go through every single number. Only the even numbers are going to get added to the sum. Other ways of doing it, this is just one way.